Oh. Hey. I didn't see you there. I'm glad you're here, though. Because it's time for another episode of everybody's favorite board game that came to life as a game show, Monopoly. This is April 22nd of 2024. It's episode 221, and we're going to do this live. Go figure. We've done all of them live. Shocker, right? Well, I think we've got Travis ready over there. So, with that said, let's get into this thing and have a good show, why don't we? 3, 2, 1.
Yes, Monopoly, the world's most popular board game, is now Monopoly Weekend. Here come the players. The red player is Jason, the gold player Dave, and the green player Gianna. Here comes our guest, Mr. Monopoly, Jose Cazares. And here comes our host, Kurt Ferguson.
Well, hey, we have done it again. We are back here live and in living colors. That's right. We've upgraded to the 32-bit color system of Windows 98. So welcome back again to another episode of Monopoly, coming to you live from Grandma Studios inside of the MVG production house. Again, as always, it's good to see everybody here. Time to have a little bit of that weekly dose of fun here for Monopoly. We're on our 21st episode, chugging straight ahead through 25 episodes that'll take us into our Tournament of Champions. And right now we have got a champion that's looking to try to win his third game in a row. He comes to us from an undisclosed location inside of an undisclosed grocery store, inside of an undisclosed meat department, right standing next to an undisclosed piece of meat chopping equipment. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Meyers.
Man, I gotta protect myself just in case some people come searching for me that I don't want searching for me, you know?
Yeah, I get it. So yeah, Jay, you come back here again, stepping one more time outside of being Mr. Monopoly. You're back here. You've won 2 games in a row. You've got yourself up to 8th place overall. Tonight could be a big night for you. You definitely could find yourself, according to how you do with everything, you could find yourself really making it your way up towards the top 3, which would definitely be important for the Tournament of Champions. In this little run here, you've been able to pull in a little over $17,600 out of your total $19,855. Do you think you can be the third player to get 3 in a row?
Baby steps, bitch.
Well, I totally understand, bitch. So, if you would remind everybody what you do for a living, undisclosed, where you're from, undisclosed, and why Dave and Gianni have absolutely no chance to even sniff the bottom of your feet tonight, undisclosed.
Well, let's see. I'm a from, and on top of, I also, and to answer your question,
well, I can tell you that right there was absolutely awesome. So I wish you the absolute best of luck tonight. So we'll see if it can stand up here against these gentlemen. The first one in our gold podium, he comes to us from the absolute frozen tundra that is not Lambeau Field. It's the unfortunate country of Canada. He is currently in 3rd place this season with $47,372. Welcome back to the Monopoly stage, Dave Standish.
Yay!
I'm not even going to try to top that one.
So, you said you're not going to try to top?
Pretty much.
Well, I think that's a good idea.
yeah, because if he tries to,
Well, that sounds like a big and deal. Yeah. So Dave, tell me.
I'll take 10 of everything.
Good answer.
Well, I can tell you that behind that is a. So you got it. So yeah, Dave, remind us what exact area that's frozen in Canada are you from again?
Well, I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and we got up to 55 degrees today, so there's not very much snow left on the ground, and maybe we've seen the last of it until at least Sunday. So,
well, if that ain't fucking,
Would catch up to his sense.
no, if it didn't get the fucking, but the other part got beeped out. You can only imagine what that was. So Dave, you yourself have done some good things on the show this season. You're one of the few people, matter of fact, one of only 4, if I'm looking at this correctly, that's been able to win at the bonus game. And you currently stand in 3rd place. Not only are you trying to take Jason's championship from him, but you're also trying to protect your position in this TOC lineup.
absolutely right. Yeah, I'm looking forward to another game. It's always a fun Monday night activity.
Well, hey, I agree with you, and we're going to wish you the best of luck here tonight. And finally, we are going to go over to the green podium, and I would call him the Italian Stallion, but I think it would be much better just to call him the fish fucker. Ladies and gentlemen, Gianni Pizzi.
Good to be here.
Or I guess we could just call you Sleazy Peasy. Yeah. Or maybe if you were a rapper, we could call you PZE. So yeah, Gianni from New Jersey. I'd like to apologize for that. Where exactly are you in New Jersey again?
Westfield.
Westfield, that's right. So yeah, and we know that you go to a lot of Fish concerts, but besides that, what do you actually do for a living that allows you to go to all of these Fish concerts?
Well, as of now, I'm actually a college student studying music engineering, but I'm currently finishing up with my last semester, so I'm currently looking for a job in the audio engineering business. That's what I like to go for, hopefully. So hopefully I'll get that lined up. I'm job in the industry lined up soon. So.
Oh, so you're a college student. So now I even wonder more. How much are you sucking to be able to go to all these Fish concerts?
Yes.
That's a great answer. Thank you very much for that, ladies and gentlemen. These are our contestants. Well, ain't that some? So yeah, hopefully this episode will clean its mouth up a little bit as we get started here. Of course, we are going to be starting with our acquisition phase of the game. As many of you out there know, in acquisition phase, we're going to be making one full trip around the board, stopping at each one of our individual colored properties. You'll notice at the bottom of those properties, there's a dollar amount. There will be a trivia question asked. What? Trivia? Huh? People do that? They don't just say odd or even or true or false or what color did my fart smell like? Or that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we actually ask trivia questions here. We expect people to be able to get 2 brain cells to rub together to see if they can create fire. Fire, good. If they get their trivia question correct, they will get the dollar amount that's at the bottom of that property. Get it wrong, however, they lose the money, and it'll still be available for the other players to go for. If nobody can get it, we'll cut the property value in half until someone gets it. Once we've made it through all the properties, if somebody's already owned all of them, they'll get the combined dollar amount into their bank. If multiple people own it, then we will go into a little playoff round or a showdown round, whatever you want to call it, until we get someone that can take it over. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do a quick buzzer check there. So Jason, if you'll buzz in.
Oh, wait.
Oh, close. All right. Thank you very much. And Dave? Even better. And Gianni. All right. So that means all excuses are out the window. Let's play some Monopoly. We start with Mediterranean Avenue. This, of course, is a $60 property, players. Best of luck to you. Here comes the first question of the evening. And I promise this is just where it landed. In geography, in which country are the cities of Edmonton, Winnipeg, and that's Dave?
Canada?
Canada is correct. Go figure. Wonder how you knew that. $60 over to you. And go figure that takes you up to $60. We now move over to Baltic Avenue. Once again, a $60 property. For this question, what A is an apple is the scientific study of mankind? Jason.
Anatomy.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you 60. Dave.
Is it anthropology?
It is anthropology. Well done. $60 over to you. Takes you to 120. And you already own both of the brown properties, meaning we give those to you along with the combined value of $120, which takes you up to $240. We now move over to our light blues and Oriental Avenue. $100, players, for this question. In geography, in which U.S. state would you find the Everglades National Park? That's Jason.
Florida.
Florida is correct. $100 to you. You're up to 40. You own one light blue. Next up is Vermont Avenue for 100. In ancient Egypt, which P as in Paul were worshipped as kings and gods? Gianni.
The Pharaohs?
Pharaohs is correct. $100 over to you. You're up to 100. One for Jason, one for Gianni. Now we go to Connecticut Avenue. $120, players, for this one. In nature, what name is usually given to the flowers of apple and cherry trees? Jason.
Orchids.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you. Dave or Gianni?
I don't know.
No.
That would be blossoms. An apple blossom or a cherry blossom. Yeah.
Oh, it was.
I could have accepted bloom, but we were looking specifically for blossom. All right, so we're now going to have to cut that property value in half. It's now $60, players, for this question. On which U.S. television cartoon series did Dick Dastardly race against Penelope? And that's Jason.
Wacky Races.
Wacky Races is correct. $60 over to you. You're at negative 20. All right, so now at this point, Jason owns 2 of the properties. Johnny's got 1. So, Dave, you're going to sit out here for this playoff. Gianni, I need 2 correct answers from you. Jason, I only need 1. Here's your first showdown. What was the full name of Han Solo's big hairy friend in Star Wars? Gianni.
Chewbacca.
Chewbacca is correct. That's 1 for you. You need 1 more. Next one. How many natural satellites orbit the planet Earth? Jason.
1.
1. The moon is correct. That gives you the light blue properties. $320 of combined value comes along with it, taking you up to $300. We now make our turn onto 2nd Street and our magenta properties. We're on St. Charles Place. $140, players. Here comes your first question. Again, everyone is involved. Name George Orwell's 1945 novel, and that is Dave.
1984?
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $140. I'll complete the question. 1945 novel which satirizes, and that's Gianni.
Animal Farm?
Animal Farm is correct. $140 to you. You're up to $240. You own 1 magenta. We now are on States Avenue. $140 for this one. In math, what is 19 multiplied by 4? Jason.
76.
76 is correct. $140 to you. You're at 440. One for Gianni, one for Jason. We now go to Virginia Avenue. $160 players for this question. King George VI became heir to the throne when who abdicated? And that is Dave. Sorry, time is up. We're going to take away 160. I'll finish. King George VI became heir to the throne when who abdicated in 1936? Players, that would be Edward the Eighth. Edward the Eighth. All right, we cut the property value down in half now to $80 with this question. In the animal kingdom, is the opossum of North America a marsupial or a rodent? And that's Jason.
Marsupial.
Marsupial is correct. $80 to you, takes you to 520. So Jason, you own 2. Johnny, you own 1. Again, Dave, you'll be sitting this one out. So here we go with the playoff for the Magentas. What blasting explosive was patented in and that's Jason.
TNT or dynamite.
Dynamite is correct. And Jason, you have now taken the Magenta properties. With that comes $440 of combined value, taking you up to $960. We now go to our orange properties. We start at St. James Place. $180 players. Everybody's involved with this question. In history, which East European country was invaded by the Germans on September 1st? And that is Dave.
Poland.
Poland is correct. 180 to you, takes you to 120. You own 1 orange. Now we go to Tennessee Avenue, home of me. $180. This question. Proverbially, a cat has how many lives? Dave.
9.
9 is correct. 180 to you. You're up to 300. You own 2 of the orange properties. Now we go to New York Avenue. $200 players for this question. Complete the name of this country in the West Indies. Trinidad and Jason.
Tobago.
Tobago is correct. 200 to you. Takes you to 1160. All right, with that, Gianni, you're going to sit this one out. Dave, I need 1 correct answer from you to take the orange Monopoly. Jason, I'm going to need 2. Here comes your first question. What is the name of Sir Thomas More's book of 1516 about a fictional country where everything seemed to be perfect? Dave.
Utopia?
Utopia is correct. And Dave, you have taken the the orange properties. Let me get my shit straight. $560 of combined value takes you up to $860. We now turn on to 3rd Street, and we go to the home of John Bergman's relatives, Kentucky Avenue. $220 players. Everybody's involved with this question. What F is in Frank is a type of laminated plastic material often used for tabletops? That would be Formica. Formica. Formica, not for Jose. All right, we're going to cut that property value in half now. Well, you sit at the card table and be quiet. All right, cut that in half. $110 now, players, for this question. In film, Arnold Schwarzenegger starred as a barbarian in which 1982? And that's Jason.
Conan the Barbarian.
Conan the Barbarian. $110 to you, takes you to $1270. Now we go to the home of John Bergman himself, so he stays far enough away. Indiana Avenue. $220 players for this question. In cooking, what F as in Frank is a chewy biscuit made of oats, sugar, butter, and golden syrup? Oh, you're going to be so angry at yourself. It's another name for a pancake. It's a flapjack.
Flapjack. Damn.
Yeah. All right, well, let's just go ahead and cut that property value in half again, and we'll go with this question. In geography, is Angola on the east or west coast of Africa? Jason.
West.
West coast is correct. 110 to you. Takes you to 1380. You have 2 properties. Now we go to Illinois Avenue. $240 here for this question. In nature, what T as in Tom is a common herbaceous plant of the daisy family, typically with a prickly stem and leaves? Oh, players. It's a thistle. A thistle. All right. Let's cut that one in half. We've cut all three of these in half. $120. How about this question? What substance forming part of the human tooth is the hardest substance? And that is Jason.
Enamel.
Enamel is correct. That takes you up to $1,500, and you now own all three of the red properties, so we give those over to you. Comes with $680 of combined value, taking you up to $2,180. We now go into our yellow properties and Atlantic Avenue. This is a $260 property, players, with this question. In the life cycle of a star, which comes first, a white dwarf or a black dwarf? Jason.
White dwarf.
White dwarf is correct. $260 to you, takes you to $2,440. You own one yellow. We now go to Ventnor Avenue. Ventnor Avenue is a $260 property with this question. In the New Testament, Dave.
Jesus.
No, I'm sorry, it's going to cost you $260. I'll finish the question. In the New Testament, which disciple was the brother of Simon Peter? Jason.
Paul.
No, I'm sorry, it's going to cost you $262, $2,180 for you. Gianni, you want a shot?
No, I'm not going to go for it.
Didn't think so. That'd be Andrew. Andrew. All right, let's go for another one we cut in half. $130 now. Next question. Which controversial film by Stanley Kubrick was adopted from and that is Dave.
Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange is correct. 130 to you. You're up to 730. Jason owns one yellow. Dave, you own one. Now we go to Marvin Gardens. This is a $280 property, players, for this question. In biology, aplastic, pernicious, and sickle cell are all forms of which medical... And that's Gianni.
Anema?
Anemia is correct. $280 to you. Takes you to $520. All right. Each one of you owns a property. So here's how this works. I need 2 correct answers from one of you, and it's whoever gives me 2 correct first. They do not have to be consecutive. All right. So here we go. And I know that's a little different than the actual show, but we like to do things a little different. Here's the first question. In science, is an alkaloid an organic or inorganic substance? That is Jason.
Organic.
Organic is correct, so that's one for you. You need one more. Which jazz trumpeter and composer released the album entitled Kind of Blue in 1959? Dave.
Dizzy Gillespie?
No, sorry. Jason or Gianni? Gianni.
Louis Armstrong?
No, I'm sorry. Give me a second. Needed a quick little drink there. All right, so no, not doing there. Jason, you want a shot? Sorry, that would be Miles Davis. All right, so still Jason with one. Dave and Gianni still needing to get 2 in there. Here's your next one. The musical Mamma Mia is based on the songs, and that's Gianni.
ABBA.
ABBA is correct. You've got 1 now. Next question. In history, the 1939 Pact of Steel was a military alliance between Germany and which other country? Dave.
Italy?
Italy is correct. You all have 1. Next correct answer takes the yellow Monopoly. Complete the next line of this nursery rhyme. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Gianni.
How I Wonder What You Are.
How I Wonder What You Are is correct. Gianni, you have taken your first Monopoly in the yellow properties. That comes with $800 of combined value, taking you up to $1,320. We now turn on to 4th Street. We're in our green property groups, and we start with a very specific avenue. That's right. It's Pacific Avenue. $300, players. All of you are involved with this question. In 1911, did Roald Amundsen beat Captain Robert Scott to the North or South Pole? Jason.
South Pole.
South Pole is correct. 300 to you. You're up to 2480. We now go over to the home of our fearless leader, Mr. Brandon Scruggs, is North Carolina Avenue. $300 for this question. In politics, who became the Secretary General of the United Nations in 1996? Dave.
Boutros Ghali.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you 300, Jason or Gianni. Gianni.
Kofi Annan.
Kofi Annan is correct. 300 to you. You're up to 1620. Jason has one. Gianni has one. Now we go to the home of the president, Pennsylvania Avenue. $320 for this question. Stockholm is the capital city, and that is Dave.
Sweden.
Sweden is correct. $320 to you. You're up to $750. Once again, all of you own one of the properties. So, again, give me 2 correct answers, and I will give you the green properties. Here's your question. In nature, Helanthus, is the botanical name for which flower grown for its oil? Jason.
Sunflower.
Sunflower is correct. Yes, Helly being part of that word should have led you to the sun. All right, so Jason has one, needs one more. In television, in which 1960 science fiction show would a robot, and that's Gianni.
Twilight Zone.
Nope, sorry. Would a robot warn the Robinson family of impending danger?
Oh.
But what was it called?
Danger, Will Robinson, danger. That was Lost in Space. All right, here we go. Next one. In medicine, what A is an apple is the name given to a substance that counteracts a poison. Jason.
Antidote.
Antidote is correct. And Jason, you have taken the green property group. With that comes $920 of combined value, taking you up to $3,400. Excuse me, tickle. All right, we move over to the dark blue properties now, and we start with Park Place. $350 here, players. Everyone's involved with this question. What nationality was the film and theater actress Mae West? Every once in a while, those of you at home, we throw in a dummy question that's like, everybody should know this. We're just going to screw with you. She was American.
I wasn't sure.
It's called pay the fuck attention. All right, so we're going to cut that property value in half. $175 now, players, for this question. In humans, what A as an apple is a condition where a person's normal body pigment has not developed? Jason.
Albinoism.
Albinoism, yes, correct. $175 to you. Takes you to $35.75. We're finally at our last property. This is Boardwalk. It's a $400 property. Here's your question. Complete the name of this well-known Italian fashion duo. Dolce and Jason.
Gabbana.
Gabbana is correct. $400 to you. Takes you to $39.75. You also own both dark blues. That gives you $750 of combined value, taking you up to $4,725. And that sound means we have come to the end of our acquisition phase. Let's see where we stand. Currently in third place with 2 property groups is Dave Standish with $750. In second place with 1 property group and $1,620 is Gianni Pizzi. And in first place overall is our current champion, Jason Meyers. He has Let's see, that is 5 property groups and $4,725. Well, this is where we're going to take our first commercial break. While we do that, players are going to be making upgrades to their properties, placing houses and hotels. And when we come back, we're going to play our big money round to find out who's going on to the bonus game to play for up to $50,000 right here on your favorite board game that's now a game show. That's right, it's Monopoly. Welcome back here to Monopoly, man. We have got a great game going here, but before we get into it, I would like to first say thank you, as always, to our live chat audience that's out there watching. I actually see a new face out there. I believe it's the first time I've ever seen him, Chris Mathis. Thanks for coming out and watching us here tonight, Chris. Definitely throw out there, if you haven't already, I don't really get to watch a lot of the live chat during the game, but if you haven't already, go ahead and let us know how you found out about MVG and about the show and stuff. I'd love to hear from you, but definitely thank you for coming out. Of course, Tony, I'm going to tell you, first of all, I'm waiting for you to get your sorry ass up in here inside of this server so you can actually come and play Monopoly for a change. So when are we going to make this happen? TikTok, TikTok. Come on, let's make it happen. And, of course, John Justice, thank you as always. You have been a very loyal watcher. We appreciate you. And I will go ahead and throw it out there. Mutzer, you're wondering what's going to be taking the place of Jeopardy once it goes off the air. Well, it actually has been just decided while we were in the commercial break. It's going to be a new offering here at MVG Productions. It's going to be called What Did Mutzer Eat for Dinner and Why Did It Come Out Smelling Like That? So be looking for that coming up starting in June. But with that said, let's go ahead and get ourselves back into the game here. So as you can see, we've had a lot of lovely building going on here during our commercial break. Everything has, well, and you know what? There's a little bit of a mistake. There was a little bit of a mistake made here, and we're going to fix it. So hopefully.
Something's not supposed to have something.
Yeah, that was bad on my part, so everybody's going to get to see. Yeah, I do not know what the... Okay, that is quite the... What the heck?
Oh, God.
It's not keeping up here like it's supposed to. Okay.
Yeah, because the Browns aren't supposed to have anything.
Yeah, we may have to, So, hey, y'all get that. That's the one great thing about this, being, done live.
Yeah, we're live.
Yeah.
If in case you haven't figured it out, we're live.
Yeah. So we're going to go through here and fix this. We're just going to do it right here for you. So yeah, let's
Before the break, I had 47.25. Dave had 750. Gianni had 16.20.
yeah, well, I've got to go back even further than that. So yeah,
Oh,
technical difficulties would be the
All the way back to the beginning.
yeah.
Well, shit.
Like I said, we're live.
So yeah. While we're getting this fixed here, Jason, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody when they're going to get to see some more definition, and there we go. Okay, go ahead and tell them about that.
Well, if you've been paying attention to my channel, for those of y'all that are subscribed, I've recently posted episode 23 on my channel. Episode 24 will be coming soon, along with 25 and the TOC for season 1. I'm hoping to get all that on my channel before we go into our game show marathon. As for Farkle, that's a long burning process. I know damn well I'm not going to get all those episodes up before the game show marathon comes around, but I'm going to try my damnedest to get a good chunk of that season up. But as far as season 2 of definition, I already have it in the can. Just need to get started with editing those. Those will be happening after game show marathon. So the timing almost works in a sense. But
all right,
that's all on my channel, Jakaya316. So if you subscribe, cool. If not, give it a look.
What do you do with your life? It's up to the man.
Ain't that the truth?
Don't you insult these people, Jose. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I would like to answer that, but I'd probably have to pull out the buzzer again.
The answer, too much.
All right, let's see. Dave has the oranges, correct?
Correct.
Dave has orange. Yes. And then I got the reds and the greens.
All right, now we fix some.
Yep. Now I
amounts.
fix scores manually
Yep.
because I had 47.25, so I need another 16.15. Then Dave needs another $70 because he was at 750. And Gianni needs another 820 because he was at 1620.
Yay.
And that's what the scores look like before the break. And yep. Everything had a hoe except the Browns.
Let's see the Reds. I just got to make sure I take it from the right person.
Yeah.
We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for being patient with us. And here it comes. Yay.
Yay!
All right, so we are now ready to get this thing going here. That's the one great thing about the live stream is you can see what it looks like when things actually mess up, because when it's recorded and just sent out to you later, all you see is the polished product. There's a reason I'm called Turd. You get to see the unpolished turd. So now that everything is fixed, let's go ahead and look and see how things are standing with all those beautiful hotels out there. Dave was able to hoe everything out, and he has $0, so he's still in third place. Gianni at 870, still in second place, and he got hotels on his. And then, of course, Jason was able to hotel everything and is still in first at 1225. So it is that time in our game tour. We go ahead and invite out the mistake not living by a lake. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Senor Monopoly, Jose Cosrez.
Yeah, mistake every damn day of the week.
So, well, and you know, we got that little buzzer going on. Kind of when I think about Jose coming out, I think more along the lines of.
Yep, sounds about right. Sound the alarms. I'm an emergency.
Well, you are a freaking hot mess. But, ladies and gentlemen, Jose Cosrez back once again to tell us things in triplicate. Jose, what are you thinking about how the game's going so far?
Well, Jason's been dominating in terms of property groups, but as we've seen last time, anything and everything can happen, especially with those hostile takeovers. So, still anybody's game. I'm ready to see how this unfolds.
Yeah, well, I am too. I will say before we get into this real quick, I know just kind of peeking over my shoulder, we'll say, seeing Robert that you mentioned something there about tic-tac-toe and that's end of season 1. We will, Jason, if you would remind me when we get to the end of the game tonight, we'll mention a little something about Turd's tic-tac-toe at the end of the show tonight. So, yeah. So with that said, Jose, if you'll go ahead and take your place over there to get ready to roll those dice up. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready, let's play the 15-minute big money round. So, of course, here in our big money round, we're going to be going around this board just as many times as we can. If we land on one of the players' properties, they will be given a question. They get it correct, they will win that rent amount that will show up on the card in the middle of the board there. If they get it wrong, it won't cost them anything, but it will become a toss-up for the other two players. If one of them buzzes in and gets it correct, they will steal that rent money, but if they miss it, then they are going to wind up losing that amount of money. We've, of course, got some of those other great spots on the board like Chance and Community Chest, which, of course, you know how much I love those. We've got our utilities and waterworks and electric company where there's 100 times a roll, so good way to pile some money up. Free parking, lots of money at stake at those. And then, of course, everyone's favorite, our railroads. Well, there can be a hostile takeover which can change this game in an instant. So with that being said, we're going to get Mr. Monopoly out here on the board, or Senor Monopoly out on the board. Of course, that's not a top hat he's wearing. That is a sombrero. So with that being said, okay. Once he gives us the first roll, we'll go ahead and move it, and our 15 minutes will begin. Let's do it, Senor Monopoly.
I've clearly got bad. All right, good luck to you, gentlemen. We start with a big roll. 5 and a 6 for an 11.
All right, so we've landed on St. Charles Place.
All right, Jason, we come to one of your properties first. Hotel on St. Charles Place for $750 if you get this one right.
All right, Jason, big question here for you. All right, let's go with helium, neon, and argon are all what kind of gases?
Noble gases.
Noble gases is correct. 750 to you takes you to 1975. Good start. Let's have our next roll, senor.
We have a 5 and a 3 for an 8.
And that takes us to New York Avenue.
All right, Dave, let's see if we can get you on the board here. $1,000 can be yours if you get this question right.
Dave, in the Iliad, who is the god of the dead who Heracles shoots in the shoulder with an arrow? No, nothing doing there. Toss up for Jason or Gianni now.
I can see his face.
That would be Hades.
Yep.
It was that easy. Damn it.
It was that easy. I told you, sometimes I just like screwing with you guys. All right, nothing doing there. Senor, arriba.
1 and a 3 for a 4.
And that takes us to Indiana Avenue.
All right, Jason, $1,050 up for grabs here on this question.
Jason, in food, what type of orange is the Seville? Is it sweet or bitter?
Bitter.
Bitter is correct. 1,050 to you. Takes you to 30.25. And we have another roll.
3 and a 1 for a 4 again.
Ventnor Avenue is where we land.
All right, Johnny, this is your opportunity to get some money for yourself. $1,150 with the hotel on Ventnor Avenue.
Gianni, in history, which king was the father of Queen Elizabeth II?
King Henry VIII.
No, I'm sorry. Toss up now for Jason or Dave. Dave.
George the Fifth.
Unfortunately, it's both incorrect and not in time, so that's going to cost you $11.50. Jason, would you like a shot?
Nah, I'm good.
So, Dave, you were off by 1. It was George the Sixth.
Oof.
All right,
Wow,
so
at least I was
nothing.
close.
Hey, at least you were close, and now you're not close to 0. So, all right, here we go, senor. Next roll.
A big one here. 6 and a 4 for a 10.
And that takes us to Park Place.
Oh, Jason, big money up for grabs here. $1,500 on Park Place if you get this one right.
Jason, in which state was President John F. Kennedy assassinated?
Texas.
Texas is correct. $1,500 for you. 45.25 is where you sit, and we sit with another roll.
Would you believe it? 6 and 5 for an 11 again.
All right, and we have passed go. That's $200 for our players, and we've landed on Vermont Avenue.
Another opportunity for some cash here. Jason, $550 on Vermont Avenue.
Jason, which 1973 Elton John pop song about Marilyn Monroe was rewritten in 1997 for the funeral of Diana, Princess of Wales?
Candle in the Wind.
Candle in the Wind is correct. $550. You're up to $52.75. Next roll.
5 and a 1 for a 6.
And that's Virginia Avenue.
Now, Opportunities are knocking, Jason. Another one here, $900 on Virginia Avenue.
Jason, in the management of aircraft arrivals and departures, ATC stands for what?
Air traffic controller.
That is correct. $900 to you. You're up to $61.75. And we have another roll.
4 and a 3 for a 7.
Kentucky Avenue.
Ooh, I thought that was going to land on chance for a second there, but Jason, another chance here. 1050. You can get this one.
Jason, on the internet or in business, for what do the letters FYI stand on a communication?
For your information.
For your information is correct. 1,050 you, 72.25, and we are just now under 10 minutes remaining. Next roll, please, senor.
6 and 4 for a 10.
And that takes us to Pacific Avenue.
I'm noticing a pattern here, Jason. The opportunities are just continuing to knock. $12.75 for Pacific Avenue.
All right, Jason. In the animal kingdom are Picharian and Andalusian European breeds of horse or cow?
Horse.
Horse is correct. Another big pile of money there for you. You're up to $8,500. Next roll.
We got some doubles. Snake Eyes.
Shit.
No, Jason, you can't buzz in, but you can tell me it's time for a community chest card. So here we go.
Your favorite kind of card to draw.
Well, I don't know. Chance is a little more aggravating to me. So our community chest card says this. We're going to advance to the next property. So let's go ahead and move over there. That's just one. And the owner is going to receive $100 per house and $500 per hotel. So
this means
he's receiving, so that's 15, 3,000, 4,500, 6,000, $7,000 received by Jason Meyers. He is up to $15,500. Next roll.
That card is broken.
Yes. He needed any more.
The scoreboard's about to be broken. Next roll.
2 and a 5 for a 7.
All right, well, we passed go. That's $200 like Jason needs it. We've landed on Mediterranean Avenue.
All right, Dave. Well, you don't have any buildings on this one, so you're only playing for $30, but it can sell help.
All right, here we go for the question. Which African country lies the furthest east?
Madagascar.
No, sorry. Toss up Jason or Gianni. And that's Jason.
Ethiopia.
No, sorry. That's going to cost you 30. That's going to hurt. Gianni.
Not even gonna go for it.
That would be Somalia. Somalia.
Yeah, that's yeah.
All right, next roll, please. We are down to 7 minutes remaining.
5 and a 2 for a 7.
And we're on Vermont Avenue.
We're back to this again, Jason. 550 on Vermont Avenue.
Jason, which 1979 science fiction film was advertised by the slogan, "In space, no one can hear you scream"?
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Nope, sorry. Toss up for Dave or Gianni. That would be Alien.
Yep.
Alien. All right, next roll, please, senor.
One moved around quite a bit, but we have a 2 and a 6 for an 8.
And we've landed on St. James Place.
All right, Dave, golden opportunity here to get out of the hole. $950 on St. James Place if you can get this one right.
Dave, in what sport do you have slam dunks and layups?
Basketball.
Basketball is correct. 950 brings you out of the negative.
Joke, but I thought the timer would run out.
Yeah. All right, you're up to $200. You're out of the negative, and we're into another roll.
We have a 3 and a 2 for a 5.
Kentucky Avenue.
1050 up for grabs, Jason, at Kentucky Avenue.
Jason, what S's in Sam is a type of poem favored by Shakespeare, Milton, and Wordsworth consisting of 14 lines?
Sonnet.
Sonnet is correct. 1,050 takes you to $16,720. Next roll.
3 and a 4 for a 7.
That takes us to Waterworks.
For one, something that's not a property. Player's turn's going to ask a question. If you get it right, you get 100 times the value of the roll, so $700 up for grabs.
Kind of surprised Jason doesn't own this. All right, here we go. This question. Which
Let me buy it.
Which Hollywood child star of the 1990s Home Alone films is Godfather? That is Jason.
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin is correct. 700 to you. You're up to 17,420. Next roll.
Travis would be proud.
Doubles! Double 5s for a 10.
And that takes us to luxury tax.
Well, hey, Jason, you can't have all the money. You got to pay all of y'all have to pay $75 to the free parking jackpot.
And that takes free parking up to $725. Let's have another roll.
5 and 1 for a 6.
So we'll give him $200 for pass and go.
Now see here.
But we also landed on income tax.
Well, the other kind of tax players, now you each have to give the go bonus that you just collected to the free parking jackpot.
That takes that free parking up to $1,325. Let's have another roll.
At least it's not 10%.
Right.
2 and 4 for a 6.
Yeah, we're just visiting the jail, so let's have another roll. Sure, they'd love a 10.
That's a 3 and a 4 for a 7. Uh-oh.
Well, looky there. There's community chance. Community chance.
Community chance.
Community chance. All right, community chance. This card says, green player, you must make building improvements at a rate of $50 per house and $250 per hotel. You own 3 hotels. That means you're going to have to pay $750. We're going to take that away from you. And that's going to go, we're going to add that to free parking. All right, next roll, please.
You wouldn't do that to Irene.
5 and a 1 for a 6.
And we're at Indiana Avenue.
All right, Jason, let's get you some of that money that you lost on the taxes here. 1050 up for grabs on Indiana Avenue.
All right, Jason, Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee is a song from which stage and screen musical?
Grease.
Grease is correct. You're up to $18,395. We're getting close to 2 minutes left in the round. Senor Jose, give us another roll. I like Senor Jose.
3 and 5 for an 8.
And we're on Pacific Avenue.
Potential to break maybe 20K here, Jason. 1275.
All right.
Probably not, though. You won't even close.
Shut up. In health, which organization is usually known by the initials WHO?
World Health Organization.
And that is correct. You're up to $19,670. Next roll.
2 and 6 for an 8.
And that's Boardwalk.
Now you have a chance to definitely break the 20K mark, Jason. $2,000 on Boardwalk. Good luck.
Jason, the musical Oliver is based on a novel by which author?
I don't know.
All right, Dave or Gianni? Toss up. Gianni.
Charles Dickens.
Charles Dickens is correct. $2,000 comes over to you. You're up to $24.45. Next roll. Less than a minute remaining.
2 and 3 for 5.
Whoopsie. Sorry. Hit the wrong button. And that's $200 for pass and go, but it's also $200 in the income tax. Takes it to
Gotta get it back.
$26.75. Next roll.
4 and 1 for a 5.
And that's Connecticut Avenue.
Let's get you back over 20, KJ. 600 on Connecticut.
Jason, which extinct relative of the elephant lived in every continent except Australia and South America?
The woolly mammoth.
Woolly mammoth is correct. $600 takes you to $20,270. Next roll, please.
2 and a 4 for a 6.
And this is going to be the final roll that we get. And there it is, finally, the first hostile takeover. Tell us about it.
The first and only hostile takeover of the episode. So, players, Turd's going to ask a question. If you get it right, you can have a chance to steal a property group.
All right, we will play this out completely. So here we go, starting with this question, all involved. In humans, what is the opposite of the medical condition acidosis?
Fuck.
No, it's not fuck. Well, I guess we won't be playing anything out. That's alkalosis, and that sound that we heard earlier is the end of the 15-minute big money round. Let's see where things stand. Right now, in third place is our gold player, Dave Standish, with $125. In second place is Gianni Pizzi with $2,445. And bending everyone over and giving it to them dry is our red player and champion, Jason Meyers, with $20,270. We're going to take a commercial break just so you guys can sit there and go, what the fuck just happened? And when we come back, Jason is going to be going on to the bonus game after we tell him what other money he got. When we come back to Jason Meyers Presents Monopoly right here at the MVG Television Network. Welcome back here to Jason Meyers Presents Monopoly. That's right, Jason Meyers now has his name plastered all over this shit, and I think we all know why. There is one thing I have to say about all of this, and it is...
And I'll follow that with a Episcopal.
The only cuss word that covers what just happened here is Barbra Streisand. That's
Right.
But let's go ahead and waste some time here. So we sold back all of these players' upgrades, the properties that they had made, and we'll start with Dave, who was in third place there with $125. We sell back his hotels, which nets him an additional $750, meaning tonight he finishes with $875. Next, we move over to our second place player, Gianni Pizzi, who, believe it or not, had a reasonably decent game. Don't look at Jason Meyers Presents Monopoly over there for what it normally should look like. He had $2,445. He sold back his upgrades for an additional $750, taking him up to $3,195. And finally, we make our way over to Bill Gates. I mean, Jason Meyers. We take all of his upgrades and sell them back, and that nets him an additional $3,500, which means today his final score is $23,770. Michael Larson, you just won Monopoly.
I think he's also bankrupt Monopoly.
I will say this is the one time that we're going to have to start doing Monopoly on the Wheel of Fortune set just so we can have a bankrupt. But Jason, we'll come back and talk to you in a very calm voice as you're now our boss. But first we go over and talk to these other two guys that are kind of wondering, did anybody get the license plate number of that truck? And what in the living hell just happened? We start with Dave. Dave, I know before the show that we were talking about, if you were to possibly win, what your schedule would look like over the next few weeks. Well, hey, good news, you don't have to worry about it.
No, I'm just happy I'm on the plus side, and I know how everyone who lost to Ken Jennings feels. The smartest guy in the room, who also has the fastest trigger finger, just dominated. So congratulations to him.
That is an absolute understatement. Here's the thing, things started off pretty well for you. You got the first Monopoly, and then even out of the first two streets, you had two of the four. But then it was kind of from there that then things started to turn south. What do you think was your downfall tonight, outside of the fucking bulldozer Jason Meyers over there?
Honestly, it's just a tenth of a second on the buzzers. I didn't buzz on anything I didn't know, but Jason knew all of it. But no, literally it's a tenth of a second, maybe 100th of a second. And that's the difference in these kinds of games. But that's what makes it so fun at the same time. It's just, maybe I'm getting slower in my old age.
Well, if that's what's causing it,
it's a good fun way to have a fun Monday evening. So
yeah, well, and I will say if age is what causes you to slow down on these buzzers, we're going to need to put Jason in some kind of aging chamber, because if not, then he's most certainly going to own this show just like he owns Tic Tac Turd. So, but
is there such a thing as a 30-year ban?
Well,
Oh my god!
well, so far out of any show that I do, there's only one person. Any show that I've got
You
had
every nickel you won tonight.
Yeah, well, he won a whole fucking lot of nickels. Let's just say that. So, I'm pretty sure there's no more left in the treasury system. So, but
Tony
yeah,
said it best. Murph Griffin's assets are broken.
yes. But yeah, so as always, we definitely appreciate you coming out here and playing with us, Dave. So with that, $875, that takes you up now to $48,247. As of this moment, you still hold third place. After Jason's done with the bonus game, I wouldn't hold my breath. But hopefully we will see you back here again before season's end. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to give it up there for Mr. Dave Standish.
Thank you. Sir. A lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Well, and next we make our way over to Mr. Spaghetti and Meatballless, Gianni Peasy. Gianni, you had a pretty decent showing again tonight, $3,195. Some weeks that can be, where you're fighting for first place, but this wasn't that week. So tell me how you feel about things overall.
I mean, of course, I think with the Columbus Strikes for the buzzer, like, a lot of the questions, of course, but still it would be pretty good. So.
Well, I think the only way that I can respond to that is by saying, ladies and gentlemen, Gianni Peasy. I will say, as he's walking off to go to the Monopoly set doctor to get that microphone removed from his rectum, Gianni's now up for the season to $14,275. He is now in 10th place overall. He is $320 behind our 9th place player, Kevin Henry, right now. So hopefully Gianni will get his microphone fixed and where he can be back here again before the end of the season, because he is definitely wow, it worked. I'm telling you, we got a good doctor on set. So yeah, we definitely look forward to having Gianni back here. He's a great player, great guy. So yeah, thank you very much there, Gianni. And now we come over to Captain Destructo himself, Jason Meyers. Jason, now that you own Monopoly, how does it feel?
Is this going to be a recurring theme for every show that you host?
I'm starting to think so.
I'm going to come along and I'm just going to start owning shit.
Well, here's the thing now I'm concerned about. You of course, back in the last season there of Turds Tic-Tac-Dough, you won the $1 million in the bonus game. You had a 24-game winning streak to end the season. So you just won a big pile of money here in this front game. So I'm wondering if you're about to go on an epic winning streak here for this series, which means no one else may be winning until sometime in season 3. But yeah.
Well, at the insistence of Robert Bishop out there, can I see that one card that got me all that fucking money?
He's like, you better frame
I need to get it framed, laminated, signed.
So I will tell all of you this, and I'll give you a little sneak peek here. It would be too hard for me to get it on the live stream right now to show the camera, to get my camera up on the live stream to show you the card. But keep your eye peeled on the community tab of the MVG Productions YouTube channel. I will take a picture of the card that was for Community Chest so that you can see it. So be looking for that. I may go ahead and get that done and get it up there tonight. But if not, be keeping your eye posted, and we'll get that picture out there to you so you can see the card that did all of this damage to the show. So I can tell you, Jason, that you, with that, have become the largest money winner in the front game in the now Let's see. This is episode 21 in the 46 episodes of the regular season, and this tonight was actually the 50th overall episode ever filmed of Monopoly, whether it be live stream or filmed. Yes, season 1 exists. If you want to see season 1, you have got to get into those comments, get into that live chat, and say, hey, Brandon, we want to see it. And if you beg and plead with him enough, who knows? Maybe you will just talk him into it, and he'll go pull that footage from me. And who knows? Maybe someday you'll see season 1 out there. Kind of odd seeing a season 2 before a season 1. But, hey, we've seen definition. We know different things can happen. So, who knows?
Done season 2 yet, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, just that things come out at interesting time intervals. So, with that, Jason, it is time for you now to move on into our bonus game, and time for you to go once around the block. Thank God, because then you can't win 6 figures.
Once, not a million times.
So, Jason, I can tell you here, we talked about it in the pregame there, about that you could potentially, with a great, great game, find yourself in the top 3. After what you just did in the front game, you're currently sitting in 4th.
Wow.
Yeah, and I'll say that you're less than $5,000 away from moving up into the top 3. So let's see what happens here, and let's go ahead and remind everybody how our bonus game works here. So, of course, Jason, you're going to be getting 5 rolls here to try to make your way all the way around this board and make it back to go. If you make it past go, we'll give you $25,000 in bonus cash, which is pretty close to what you won in the front game today. And if you land exactly on go, we'll double that and make it $50,000. Now, of course, we can't make it just that easy now, can we? Because bigger bear means bigger trap. So we are going to have to put 4 go to jail spaces up on our board on top of the one that's already in the upper right hand corner. So you're going to be putting 1 on 2nd Street, 1 on 3rd Street, and 2 on 4th Street. I almost want to put 2 on all 4 of the streets just to see if we can't keep some of our money. But unfortunately, we cannot do that. So, where would you like to put your 1 on 2nd Street that's between St. Charles Place and New York Avenue?
I'm going to be daring and go electric company.
The electric company. All right, there's 1. So now we're going to go on 3rd Street between Kentucky Avenue and Marvin Gardens.
Let's see. There, I will go with, I'll go with Indiana.
Indiana. All right, now we need 2 on 4th Street between Pacific Avenue and Boardwalk.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
And Chance.
And Chance. All right. So, of course, as we start moving around the board here, every spot that you make it to will give you $100 added into your center bank there. You'll be able to walk away at any time if you so choose. If you use up all of your rolls and you haven't hit a go to jail, we will give you that center bank as well. And, of course, to help you along the way, if you have any doubles, we will give you an additional roll. So, with that being said, let's go once around the block here with Jason Meyers. So, Senor Monopoly, if you would, go ahead and get that rock and roller fired up. And Jason, you tell him when to stop.
Yeet.
Start things off with a 4 and a 5 for a 9.
All right, so that's $900 in the center bank. You have got 4 rolls remaining, so you can take $900 and walk away, or continue on, knowing your next roll, only a 3 is a bad roll.
Let's keep it going.
All right, let's continue on. Fire up that rock and roller. And Jason, tell him when to stop.
Yeet.
A 2 And a 2 for a 4. We got doubles.
All right, barely there. So of course we give you that bonus roll back there. So you still got 4 rolls. $1,300 is what you've got in the bank now. You can walk away with that or continue on. Your only bad roll's a 10. All right, so we're going to continue on. Fire up that rock and roller. Stay away from the 10. Tell him when to stop.
Yeet.
Doubles again. 4 and a 4 for an 8.
All right, so that's $800 more in there. You're up to $2,100. So let's take a look now with 4 rolls remaining. Bad rolls are a 2 and a 9. So walk away with that $2,100 or continue on.
Keep going.
All right, we continue on. Fire that rock and roller up. And here we go. Stay away from that.
Another double kill him.
Another double will kill him.
Another double will kill him.
A 2 and a 6 for an 8.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
$800 more in there. You're up to $2,900. So that one go to jail right next to you is not going to hurt you. So your only bad rolls are a 4 and a 6. You have 3 rolls left. You're looking really good right now. If you can hit me an 11, you walk out of here with $50,000. You give me a 12, and it's $25,000.
I've come this far. I can't stop now. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Fire up that rock and roller. Here we go.
Spirit of house shears suit. Don't fail me now. Yeet.
a 5 and a 1 for a 6.
Just
So here is where you are.
threading the damn needle.
No shit.
You cannot lose. I'm not even gonna ask. Your magic number, the true magic number, is a 5. A 5 gives you 50K. Anything above a 5, and you go up, you go down to 25,000. So let's see what happens. Fire up that rock and roller and tell him when to stop.
Spirit of house shears suit. Yeet.
A 3 and a 6 for a 9.
Which means you have passed go, and Jason Meyers, you've just got $25,000 more. So, Jason, when we add that on to what you won in the front game, by God, you are walking out of here tonight with $48,770. Just the stage is yours. Talk to us.
I think I'm gonna keep the spirit of house shears suit with me just for future shows. Holy shit.
Well, Jason, I can tell you this. A few things I can tell you. You are now the 3rd person this season to win 3 or more games in a row. You are the 5th person this season to actually win at the bonus game. And with what you have done here tonight, we take all of those $48,770, and when we add that in with what you had already won, you now are in 2nd place overall with $68,625. And the thing for you is, if you were to pull another one of those in the next episode, you would most certainly be up in the first place overall. You now stand just under $22,000 underneath our number one overall seed currently, Kyle Hershon. We've got Peach has now moved down into third place overall. Dave has been moved down into fourth. Again, those top three positions are the ones that matter. Jason, congratulations to you tonight. I should probably call you Sir, King, Boss. Thank you for allowing me. Thank you for allowing me to continue to host this show. Hopefully, at least for the remainder of this season. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up there for Jason Meyers. We'll see him back here again next week when he attempts to see if he can win more than $50,000 in one single episode. So, Jose, yeah. I'm kind of wishing that we would give him that money in your currency of pesos, because I'm sure if that was 48,770 in pesos, that would equal what, about $7 or $8?
You're not even close.
Oh, 350. Gotcha. Okay, so
Yeah, that's 350.
I don't even know what to say at this point, because let's be real. As we were trying to put together tonight's episode, for those of you out there that watch and hopefully you're enjoying the show, we were a little tight on trying to get contestants together for tonight's episode, and it was looking a little iffy, which is what took us a little longer to get on air. You know, you're saying to yourself, it only takes you forever to get on there, Turd. Well, that's true too, but for all of that to happen, and then Jason to come in here and to just take that TNT that he was talking about, one of the earlier questions, and blow this damn show to smithereens, it's just absolutely unbelievable.
And go ahead and say this, we were talking about this during the commercial break between the end of the main game. Jason just happened to acquire the right property groups at the right spots with the way those dice were being rolled and working out his favor, and all those opportunities that were knocking at him, and his ability to answer the trivia. I mean, he even went on a streak at one point. That the luck was just on his side tonight.
Yeah, that is absolutely true, and you know, I just have to tip my hat to him. Even if you take away the money that he got for that, he still was in the top echelon of people for money that's ever been won in the front game. Yeah, so, and probably still comes in first overall, so he had one hell of a game. But as always, Jose, I thank you for helping out. I guess you'll be back again for another episode, third time's a charm, or Trace Leches, or however you say it. So again, thank you, Jose, and thank all of you out there that come and watch. I know I mentioned to you earlier I would talk to you for just a second about Turds Tic-Tac-Dough. Again, thank you to all of you that watched the on-demand episodes that Mr. Brand Scruggs was so kind to go in and edit for me, to put up on the channel so you guys could see, and on top of that, him being so kind to actually give me the opportunity to host Tic-Tac-Dough, and get to continue that with another season, which as far as that goes, telling you, season 2 will be coming. That's going to be something that comes back again in the fall, so be keeping your eyes out for that. Probably looking at a September, October start date for the next season of Turds Tic-Tac-Dough. But as far as season 1, the question was asked about what about a TOC? So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the honest truth on that one. initially, and a beautiful job of editing by Brandon, you guys did not catch some of the things that were actually said in those episodes. There had initially been a tournament planned for season 1. It was going to be done a little differently than other shows have done. It was going to be called a Champions Challenge, to where everyone that had won a championship during the season was going to move in to a tournament play, to where they would all play against each other in pool play, and then from there would be brackets. Unfortunately, due to several things happening, one of the main things being that Erin, that you saw on the show, that's actually my wife, she had a real struggle coming back and playing her matches for a number of different reasons. So because of that kind of put the Champions Challenge on halt for a really long time. It kind of become a running gag about if it was ever going to happen, and we finally just got to a point where we said the heck with it. We got season 1 out there, but I can promise you when we get to season 2, there will be a tournament for that one, and of course Jason Meyers will be coming back as our 24-time champion, going for number 25 in his first episode back. So there's your little bit of backstory on what's happening. So you've got to see all kinds of backstory tonight, so good job. That's what you get for coming out and watching. Again, as always, and I know I speak for everyone here, especially Brandon, with this being his channel, we could not be anything more than just thankful and grateful that you guys continue to spend your time each and every week to come out and watch the live streams that we do, that you watch the recorded content that Brandon puts out. Just thankful, absolutely thankful that you guys give us that time with all of the options that you have to watch stuff, whether it be on YouTube, Twitch, the actual TV, for those of you that still have cable, and whatnot, that you choose to spend your time here. We're absolutely grateful that you do that with us each and every week, and you come have a good time with us, and you interact with us in the live chat. So thank you so much for that. Again, thank you for the new viewer that we had come out in the live chat this week. And to those of you that come back each and every week, hey, remember, you can always go to that Facebook page. If you go to the Facebook page where you find MVG Productions, there's a chance you could become a part of this group as well and come out here and try your hand at Monopoly, Tic-Tac-Toe, Definition, use your words if Jose ever does another one of those, Jeopardy, whatever it may be. And hey, Mutzer, if you were to come around, you will actually find out what's coming up next instead of having to just randomly guess in the middle of a live stream. So again, thank all of you for watching and being a part of this. Make sure that you like this video, give us some comments, tell us what you think. Again, if you want to see season 1 of Monopoly, man, beat Brandon's door down and tell him you need to see it. But make sure that you ring that bell for notifications so you know when the next live stream and the next recorded video is coming out. But until we come back here once again to go once around the block with Jason's permission, he was Jose Cazares, I'm Turd Ferguson, and you sure as hell aren't. We'll see you back here again next week for another episode of Monopoly. Until then, take care and bye for now.
Just do it, really close.